Alright, what's up, guys? It's Devin back here. I'm going to be doing the DFS breakdown for the 2023 RBC Heritage, another elevated event, another stacked field. Guys were missing, three big guys were missing out of this field. Rory McIlroy withdrew earlier today. Hideki must have been a planned event not to play. And then Will Zalatoris, we found out today, had back surgery on Saturday, and he is out for the rest of the year, so he is not in the field. Hopefully, he can get the back straightened out, and he can come back and play at the high caliber that we know he can. The back has been in trouble for him so much recently, so hopefully he can recover well and come back and be the elite player that we know. Jumping into it, we did the research show I did it late last night when I got home after all the Easter festivities and everything. So not really a super in-depth breakdown of everything, but I wanted to get something out there, just get the ball rolling and the thoughts going and where I could be leaning. Heritage, Harbor Town is where we're playing this week in Hilton Head, South Carolina. It is a par 71, measuring out 71.91 in yards. And Fantasy National has it as Bermuda grass, but nowadays it's a little bit more of a Poetrivalous. So take that as you will. This event, it's kind of tricky because we kind of talked about it last night in the research show. This isn't an event that a lot of the big guys play. I mean, there are guys that have never played here. Scotty Scheffler has not played here before. It's not really a stop on the tour year to year where you get a lot of the top guys. You get like a Spieth and a Cantlay and a Xander, but you're not seeing like a Rahm, a Rory, a Scheffler year in and year out. So the real outlier year for that was when we came back from the COVID hiatus. Heritage was one of the first events back, and all the guys were playing all the events when we first came out of the COVID hiatus. So that was the most stacked field we've seen until now. So it's an interesting course. It is a plotting course. Really want to make sure you're in position for shots. You've got low-hanging trees, trees that can block you out from greens. So really knowing where to position the ball is going to be key here. This course takes driver out a lot. So you're not going to have people bombing and gouging here. Everybody's going to have to club down and really pick their spots and put themselves in position for second shots into the green. So it's interesting. If we look at the tournament history, and not a lot of these guys have a illustrious tournament history here. A lot of the guys lower down on the board will, because they come here quite often. You got guys like Matt Kuchar, Shane Lowry seems to come here a lot, Tyrrell Hatton. You can see the Spieth, Cantlay, they come. So it is interesting to see, but these guys are professionals. Just because they haven't played here before doesn't mean they can't get it done. First time seeing it, so not even going to factor that into it too much. But the guys that have great course history will be very interesting to look at, especially considering a lot of these guys that have illustrious course histories are the guys that are, 9,000 and down, except for like Spieth and Cantlay and Xander. So, yeah, an early look at the weather for this week. It doesn't look too bad. Not looking like, as of right now, Monday, weather changes. So, if you are someone that likes to use the weather to gain an edge, have a wave edge, check it again, check it frequently. It changes every, hour to hour. It changes by the day. So it's not to say it's not going to change, but right now it doesn't look too bad. To me, Thursday and Friday, it doesn't appear to be a big edge on either wave. I guess you could say AM PM guys could have a slight advantage, but winds aren't too crazy. It's a coastal course, so wind's going to be a factor, but there's not really too much else going on that could cause a problem. So it might be a little bit of rain overnight here and there, but that's just going to soften it up and make it better scoring conditions. So no rain during, as of now, just remember that as of now, it could change. So yeah, nothing too crazy to look at there. So I changed up the custom stat model a little bit from last night. So I have 25% on strokes gained approach, 10% on strokes gained around the green, 10% on strokes gained putting, 10% strokes gained ball striking, 10% birdie or better gain, 10% strokes gained par 5. There's only 3 this week. It's going to be important to score on them. 10% on good drives, 5% on greens and regulation gain, 5% on strokes gained par 4. Losing a par 5 means that we have 1 extra par 4, so that's important. And then par 3s, 175 yards to 200 yards. All the par 3s fall within this range. So want to just take a slight look at that. I got 5% on that. So we'll just go top down. And not gonna do a separate betting show. I think I'm just gonna start talking about my bets as I'm going through the DFS side of it, until maybe there is a little bit more interest in that type of content. Solo, it just doesn't seem to get the reception that like the DFS stuff does. So I'll just talk about it as I go through the Draftkings show. So this week we've got 5 guys priced over $10,000. You got Jon Rahm at 11-1, Scotty Scheffler at 11 flat, Jordan Spieth at 10-4, Patrick Cantlay at 10-3, and Collin Morikawa at 10 flat. So Spieth, Cantlay, and Morikawa are you guys that have seen the course the most out of this top group. Jon Rahm's been here a few times. Scotty Scheffler's never seen it. Listen, we always hear don't play someone after a win. But if I'm not going to be playing Jon Rahm this week, hey, the guy that was all over Jon Rahm last week. There could be a hangover from the Masters. It's also partly, this isn't a course that Rahm plays often. Takes away one of his biggest weapons, the driver. I mean, he has the skill set to get it done. I don't know. I'm just not getting to him this week. So, if there were any guys, I'd be going to the other 4 in this range before I go to Jon Rahm. That's for sure. Scotty Scheffler, ball striking machine. His irons and his iron play has been unreal. The way he's been hitting greens is unreal. Putter failed him big time last week, and he still had a T10. He still had a T10 with an absolutely miserable putting performance. So Scotty could get it done here. Scotty could win another elevated event, and it wouldn't surprise me. So I like Scotty Scheffler. I don't know how much I'll be getting to him. Again, kind of like how I said with Jon Rahm, I like the other 4 guys. With Scotty Scheffler, I like the other 3 guys below him more. So, yeah. Jordan Spieth at 10-4. Hey, Jordan Spieth is ball striking, and he had a great putter last week. He is the defending champion. He beat Patrick Cantlay last year in a playoff. Great performances here at Heritage. Something that does worry me a little bit with Jordan Spieth is he did say that with the way the schedule has been and how much golf he's been playing, he does feel a little fatigued. So take that as you will. Jordan Spieth is going to be a very popular option this week. With how popular he's going to be and the price, it's just so hard with these guys at the top right now, because you're going to have Jon Rahm at a lower ownership. You're going to have Scotty Scheffler at a lower ownership. And you're going to have Jordan Spieth, Patrick Cantlay, and Collin Morikawa at a higher ownership. But I think Spieth, Cantlay, and Morikawa are all 3 great options this week. Cantlay, besides slow playing and making Brooks and Rahm wait forever behind him, and poor Victor Hovland as well, man. I was seeing videos on Twitter after the Masters wrapped up of just Victor Hovland not even waiting for like Cantlay to get up to the green to hit shots. He was walking past Cantlay as he was setting up his shots and hitting his shots on fairways. He was not happy about how slow Patrick Cantlay was playing. He's not the only one. A lot of people were bitching about it on Twitter, and rightfully so. I mean, it just seemed like Cantlay was just being like, oh, I'm not going to win, and he's just moping around and going slow, walking slow. So, regardless of that, Patrick Cantlay is a great play this week, and he is going to garner a lot of ownership. He's great on Pete Dye courses, was runner-up here last year, lost in the playoff. Great finishes here at Harbor Town. Absolutely no problem with playing Patrick Cantlay. Collin Morikawa, this course suits Colin's game so well, and he's going to be popular. I absolutely no problem playing him. It's really hard for me right now to really make a stand on one of these guys at the top, just because I like so many plays, in the 9 and 8K range. So it's really hard for me to like make a stand on someone like I did last week with Jon Rahm. But yeah, if I were to rank it, these top 5 guys, it'd probably be Cantlay first, Morikawa second, Spieth third, Scheffler fourth, Rahm fifth. That's how I'm doing it. So moving down to the 9K range, we've got a Victor Hovland at the top of the 9K range at 9,800. His ball striking can get it done here, absolutely. Hasn't had a tremendous course history here. Let's see what he's done. He's been playing absolutely wonderful. 7th at the Masters. Just fell a little bit on in the 4th round. I mean, he played the rest of his 3rd round that he played Sunday morning. 5 birdies in a row. Shot up the leaderboard to 3rd going into round 4, and then round 4 he just like shot 2 over, and I don't know what happened. At the Players, finished 3rd, finished 10th at Arnold Palmer. So Victor Hovland's been playing great. It's just the price hike. He was one of the people that played Heritage right out of the COVID hiatus in 2020. Finished 21st. Ball striking and tee to green, pretty good, except for his around the green. His around the green is always going to not be good, and a slight loser with a putter. But I just can't get there at 9,800 this week. Cam Young is going to be very popular this week. I'm gonna pass. This course, like I've said with other people, takes away his real weapon in the bag, and that is the driver. But he had a great finish here last year. I just can't justify the ownership, and it's probably only going to continue to get worse. Tony Finau, just something about this course doesn't really suit him. I don't know. In the model he looks great. Something that I heard Rick Run Good say today. It seems like there's a reason why Tony Finau keeps this event out of his schedule. He doesn't play it every year. He's only played it a handful of times. Yeah, he's played it 3 times. He played it in 2015, 2016, and then he only played it again out of the COVID hiatus, and he hasn't played here since. Rick made a pretty good point with maybe Tony. There's a reason why Tony doesn't play this event. So I'm going to stay away from Tony Finau. Xander Schauffele, I like him, 9,300. I like going right back to him. He finished T10. And he could have really done some damage, but he just I don't know, man. He just couldn't get it going. So, absolutely no problem going back to Xander. He's 9th in approach in this model. He's just kind of good with everything that goes on here. Absolutely no problem going back to Xander Schauffele. Max Homa, after the disappointing Masters, he was the other reason why I didn't have better finishes in my Draftkings lineups, especially my single entries. But we're getting Max at 9,100, and we haven't seen Max this cheap in a while. He ranks out 4th in my model, 2nd in approach, 6th in putting, 7th in ball striking, 9th in birdies or better gained, 3rd in strokes gained par 4, and 4th in the par 3s that are 175 to 200 yards. I'm going back to Max. And I guess he's really the first person that I guess you could say will be making it, at least going down this list, making it to my betting card. I'm waiting. His numbers dropped significantly. Last I looked, he was 30 to 1 on DraftKings. I wanted to click it, but I know DraftKings is going to give that odds boost, which will be like plus 250 or plus 300. So I'm kind of hoping maybe that comes out tomorrow and Homa's still at 30, possibly falling even more. And I'm going to put the boost on him and I'm going to bet him then. So Max will be on the betting card. Max will be in my DraftKings lineups. Going back to him. I like him. Justin Thomas starts off the 8K range, and now everybody is steaming him up. And I guess you could say I'm a Justin Thomas hater. As pointed out in the Masters video last week. How could you say your takes on Justin Thomas? He's 10 for 10 in cuts made, blah, blah, blah. Hey, guess what? Melted, missed the cut. His putter. Told you, his putter. He just doesn't have it with the putter. Yes, he's a great around the green player. Yes, he's a great iron player. But the putter is just god-awful right now. And you know what? If people are going to just start steaming him up and getting him close to 20% own, hey, guess what? I'm fading him again. Justin Thomas is not going to be in any of my lineups this week. I am fading him again. And until I see something, he's going to stay out of my lineups. So let me know how playing Justin Thomas went for you last week. Not interested in Sam Burns, but this is where it gets the most interesting for me. This 8,600 to 8,100. Sung J M, Tom Kim, Matt Fitzpatrick, Shane Lowry, Tyrrell Hatton, and Tommy Fleetwood. I guess I should start Tommy Fleetwood. I love, what is it, these 6 guys? I love them. And I can't get away from these guys. So, Sung Jae, 12th in the model. Sung Jae has been playing great golf, just not getting it there all the way. The last time he missed a cut was at the Sony Open, but since then, 18th at the Amex, 4th at Farmers, 6th at Phoenix, 56th at Genesis. That's not so good. 42nd at Honda, 21st at Arnold Palmer, 6th at the Players, 16th at the Masters. This guy just kind of has it. Ball striking. Good to see the approach play come back around. Decent putter. Seems to be just all around good. And at 8,600, I like him. The guy I really like is Tom Kim at 8,500. Everyone's darling boy a couple months ago, and everybody's forgetting about him. And this is where the actual bets start to happen here for me. Tom Kim, I got at 45 to 1 this morning on Draftkings. He's been bet down now. Short course, positional, awards guys that can drive, good drives, be in the fairway, put themselves in the right positions to attack. I like it. He had a great bounce back last week at the Masters. His first time at the Masters, gets a 16th place finish. I like him a lot. He hasn't missed a cut since Sony. Hasn't had the best of finishes, but man, if he can start piecing it back together like how he had it, at the end of last year and the beginning of this year, I like Tom. I like Tom a lot, and Tom's going to be in my lineups, and he is the first outright I had at 45 to 1. Next, Matt Fitzpatrick at 8,400. Now, hold on, he's got a neck injury. Yes, he does. But I did hear him say he's feeling a lot better. And he had a great performance at the Masters. Finished 10th. Signs of life. And guess what? Matt Fitzpatrick has a great history here. He's played here a lot. Missed the cut last year. 2021, 4th. 2020, in that stacked field, 14th. 2019, 39th. 2018, 14th. Missed cut in 2017 and 2016. And a 23rd in 2014. He's showing it. And I like him. And he wasn't even a guy I was looking at. But I like him. Shane Lowry. Great Pete Dye player. 8,300. And he is great here at Harbortown. 16th place finish at the Masters. Let's look at his heritage record. Oh, look at that. 3rd in 2022, 9th in 21. Missed the cut in that star-studded 2020 lineup. 3rd in 2019 and a 44th in 2017. He's going to be popular. He is going to be a popular option, but I like him. I like what his game offers here. He's 8th in good drives. I feel like he gets even better when he has to club down. 14th in greens regulation gain, 18th on approach. The putter is a UE. Putter is a worry, but I like him. And he is also the next guy that is on the betting card for me. Shane Lowry this morning was 40-1. The last that I seen, he was 30-1 on Draftkings. So I jumped in on that. And then the next guy down, Tyrrell Hatton at 8,200. I get 9th on my model. Is the next guy I have on the betting card at 40-1 as well. 4th in good drives, 11th in approach, 2nd in ball striking, 18th in birdies with better gain, 18th on par 5 scoring, 15th in par 4 scoring. Around the green, not that good. But, man, yes, he had a bad couple events. Hurts himself at the match play, plays terribly. Doesn't play well at the Valero, but before that, 2nd at the Players, 4th at Arnold Palmer, 40th at Genesis, 6th at Phoenix, 13th at, that's October. That's October. Throw that one out. And then he, at the Masters last week, at a course he is terrible at, gets a 34th place finish. And let me show you Mr. Hatton's heritage record. Not the best, but he's only missed one cut. 26th, 39th, 3rd, 29th. If he could kind of get back to what he was doing a month ago at the Players in Arnold Palmer, it's going to be a pretty damn good spot for Tyrrell Hatton. So I'll be playing him. Tommy Fleetwood has just been solid. He's 17th in this model. 3rd in around the green. 7th at birdie is better gain. 4th in par 5 scoring. Not good with the good drive, so that's a little worrisome. But he's got it done at this course, and he's been playing good ball. A lot of people are probably going to go to Sahith Theegala because of what he did at the Masters. You know, awesome chip in. Just a great Sunday for Sahith, and good for him. He deserves it. But he can really get punished for the wayward driving. And also just not that good of a putter. So I'm staying away. Now we start the 7K range. And there's a lot of guys in this range that people are going to be playing. Russell Henley, after a great performance at the Masters and coming back to a course where it suits his game. He's had a good history here. At 7,800, Russell Henley's going to be popular. I'm probably going to pass. Corey Connors might be a bounce back guy. Missed the cut last week when everybody was on him. This is a course he's had success at, and he ranks out well in the model. And so yeah, absolutely no problem playing Corey Connors on the bounce back. Matt Kuchar's history at this course is immaculate, and I made the mistake at Valero not playing him because he was popular, but it was the same story. Of course, he's been great at over his career. And what did he do? He finished 3rd, right? It was 3rd. Let's check that. I'm pretty sure it was 3rd. I know it was top 5. It was 3rd. He's not going to do it off the tee, but he's going to club down. He's been great on approach. He's been great around the green. And his putter is always good. So, I mean, okay. He's typically a good putter. Yes, he had 3 events in a row where it wasn't that good, but I'm not making the mistake again. I'm playing Matt Kuchar at a course he's always been good at. So, yes, I like Matt Kuchar at 7,700. Siwoo is a great Pete Dye player, but he does not do well at this course. At 7,600, there's just guys around him I would rather play. Ricky Fowler, again, also not a great course history here, but he's been playing really good, and maybe that changes this week, but I won't be on it. Wyndham Clark ranks out well in this model, but I'm going to pass. I think he might be a little popular. Keith Mitchell, no. Taylor Montgomery, no, but he has played well at Pete Dye courses. Chris Kirk seems like this is a great course for him. He's had great results here. just right now looks to be like a really popular option. And I would just rather go to like Kuchar or Rose or Tom Hoagie, JT Poston, guys like that. No on Gary Woodland, pass on Adam Scott, pass on Minwoo Lee, Webb Simpson, former champion. He just don't have it no more, so I'll pass. Taylor Moore might be interesting. This guy just likes to score. He likes to shoot at flags. So that might be an option. Tom Hoagie, the best approach player in this field. Not so good around the green. Not so good with the putter. But, man, this course could really suit Tom Hoagie's game. I didn't look beforehand to see what his history was like here. But, you know, he's won Pebble Beach, another positional course. So I could see him getting it done. Hold on, let me reload that. What the hell? My internet didn't go out, did it? I hope not. Well, let me click on someone else and see if it loads. Yeah, okay, now it loads. So going back to Tom Hoagie. Maybe it's just Tom Hoagie's page. Oh, no, there it is. There's that pretty face. Look at him. Smile of a handsome man right there. So, another Pete Dye course. The Players finished third. What has he done at Heritage? That is actually something I would like to know. Not good. Not good. Never mind. We're not playing Tom Hoagie. We're not playing Tom Hoagie. Matt Wallace has been great. And, yeah, I could see him doing it again. 7th at Valspar, for 1 Corrales, 28th at Valero. If these approach numbers, around the green numbers, continue and he can have a good putter, Matt Wallace could be a play here. Let's see what he's done here. 18th in 2021, 64th in that stacked field in 2020, and a missed cut in 2019. So I don't think that'll be a guy I'm getting to, especially when you got this guy right here, JT Poston at 7,300. Right now, he is the last bet I have on my card. Wow. If that's really what his odds are, that's on MGM. Might be a little bit better on DraftKings. Yeah, Fantasy National has here that on MGM he's 66-1 for an outright. I got JT Poston this morning at 110-1 for an outright. This is a JT Poston course. So if we take a look here, look at what he's done here. Third last year, missed a cut in 2021. In that star-studded 2020 field, he finished 8th. And in 2019, he finished 6th. He's going to be a popular play. But, you know, I've learned some chalk. You just got to eat when you feel good about it. And I feel good about JT Poston. This feels like a great spot for him. So I will be going to JT Poston. Anybody else down here that I like? I could see Seamus Power doing well. Adam Hadwin as well. You know, Sam Ryder has been playing well, but he's been doing it all with the putter. Number 1 in the model and putting. No on Maverick McNeely. I'll pass on Cageley, but a guy I do like, who has been regarded as one of the best putters around for a long time, Denny McCarthy, ranking 31st in the model at 7,200. As you can see, you know, it doesn't look pretty there. But if you look at what he's been doing, Denny, good old Denny. So what has he done since February? Finished 4th at Pebble Beach, positional course. Misses the cut at Phoenix. 14th at Genesis, losing 3.1 strokes off the tee, gaining 1.7 on approach, 1.2 around the green, and 6.9 putting. Misses a cut at Honda, losing 2.3 strokes on approach and 1 stroke putting. At the Players, he gains all around the board, 3.5 strokes off the tee, 0.3 on approach, 1.5 around the green, and 1.9 putting. And then at Valspar, he gets a 19th place finish, slightly losing off the tee, gaining 4.3 strokes on approach, 2 strokes around the green, and losing 1.3 strokes putting. If he can keep this approach and around the green play going and flip this putter, watch out for Danny McCarthy this week. I really like him at 7,200, and not a lot of people are looking at him. So I like Denny this week. And you know, looking back here as well, real quick, look at where like some of these spots he's contended at the Players, star-studded, 13th. Genesis, star-studded, 14th. So he can hang in these fields, and I like him. I like him this week. I think he's a guy I'm going to be playing a lot of. Cam Davis just missed the playoff last year with Patrick Cantley and Jordan Spieth, but man, his game has been horrific. So I'll pass. Ryan Fox's big weapon, the driver, bombing it, taking on play here. We just all know Patrick Rogers can't get it done. We watch him melt down at Valero. Davis Riley hasn't been interesting for a minute. You know, Kurt Kitayama winning API. Could he compete here? Yes, but I'll pass. But a guy that is interesting is Ben Martin, 13th in the model, and what he's been doing is pretty interesting. He hasn't missed a cut since the Farmers. He got 13th at Pebble Beach, positional course, 5th at the Honda, 54th at the Players. Okay, so 45th at Valspar, finished 8th at Corrales, and finished 10th at Valero. So he's been kind of putting in some decent finishes, and he's been doing great off the tee. He's been great on approach. He's been hit and miss around the greens, and then hit and miss with the putter. So if he could get it all together, hey, Ben Martin, watch out. So that's an interesting play at 7,100. Don't know how popular he's going to be right now. What? Let's see, where's he at? Right now, I have him projected at 8.5% ownership. So, I would rather just play. I mean, Denny's kind of there too. I don't know, but Ben Martin's interesting. Anybody else in this low 7K range? Not really. And honestly, I just the 6K range, man. I don't know. Nick Taylor has competed at these elevated events. Has great numbers for what we were looking for in the model, except for his approach play. But we've seen him compete in these elevated events, so maybe. Tyler Duncan is interesting at a shorter positional course. Just can plot around. He's first in good drives, 9th in greens and regulation gain. Just not good around the green, and he's not good with the putter, but he seems to be good at the positional courses. Did he play Pebble Beach? I'm just curious. He did not. So, yeah, interesting, but I don't know about that one. Anybody else down here? That's honestly not really. I'm not willing. I'm not willing to dip down this week in the 6K range. Sepp Straka, kind of didn't really do it for me. I mean, he made the cut for me, but that was about it last week. So I don't see a reason to dip down in the 6K range this week. I want to stay above 7,000. I don't want to put any of these 6K guys in my lineups this week. So yeah, so just to run through real quick some of my favorite plays in each price point. I can't really give you the 10K up. I just don't know where to go there. I don't have a guy I want to take a stand on yet. So I'll pass for now on the 10K range. If it was someone right now, it would probably be Patrick Cantley, but I'm not set on that, so we'll just pass. In the 9K range, for me, it's going to be Max Homa. I think he's going to be lower owned because of the terrible performance at the Masters and as well at the match play. So, yeah, I'm going to be going to Max Homa. He's probably my favorite play in the 9K range. Oh, the 8K range is just so difficult for me. Oh, man. I'm going to say Tom Kim is my favorite play in the 8K range. But, man, I love Tommy Fleetwood's kind of like the guy on the outside in these 6 guys here. I really like Sung Jae. I really like Tom Kim. I really like Matt Fitzpatrick. I really like Lowry, and I really like Hatton. But I'll pick Tom Kim as my guy in this range. In the 7K range, I think it's going to be Denny McCarthy. So I like Denny McCarthy in the 7K range. Notables, JT Poston I really like. And I really like Matt Kuchar as well. So, and then forget about 6K range. So that's what we got this week. Hopefully that helps you out. If you wanted to see real quick before we go, guys, in the Pete Dye courses again, I know we went over it a little bit in the research show, but just to show you Pete Dye courses, strokes gained total in the last 24 rounds. Shane Lowry's number 1, Corey Connors number 2, Scotty Scheffler number 3, Tyrrell Hatton number 4, Sung Jae 5, Victor Hovland is 6, Patrick Cantlay is 7, John Rahm is 8, and Tony Finau and Eric Van Rooyen are tied for 9th, with notables like Russell Henley in 11th, Matt Fitzpatrick in 13th, Kyle Morikawa in 17th, JT Poston in 20th. Telling you, JT Poston, man, watch him this week. Might be up there. So yeah, that's what we got this week. Good luck, everybody. I'm not gonna promise a final thoughts video tomorrow night. If it is, it might be quick. It might be something a little short, like 10 minutes. But not promising it. Just hard with everything else going on in life. So good luck, everybody. Betting card real quick. Shane Lowry 40-1, Tyrrell Hatton 40-1, Tom Kim 45-1, JT Poston 110-1. Guys, I might be looking at adding Max Homa, Denny McCarthy, and that's it. That's the only other guys I'm thinking about. So good luck this week. Let's turn in another great week. This week was awesome. Good luck to everybody. Remember, when we get to 50 subscribers, we're doing a giveaway. We're at 36 right now. We're getting there. It's a process, I know, and we're getting better every week. So, yeah, everything's going great. This might be the week, I hope. Good luck, everybody, and let's get another outright win. Let's get another good finish on DraftKings. Good luck.